Hi, everyone. My name is Yair Brosh, and I'm the CEO of Donisi Health. This is my third role as the CEO, and I'm very proud to be part of Donisi and the opportunity to really serve people, like 64 million of them, actually, all over the US. So this is the amazing team that is allowing us to reach amazing results. And among the recent one of them, we just received the FDA approval for our device. We have also won the Open Med Innovation competition and others. So when Donisi looked at the market, we saw a few segments, and we related to some of them. One of them was the shift from hospital to home. The other one was the adherence issue, especially when at home, and the increase of need due to the silver tsunami and chronic disease. When collecting all of those with our technology, we realized that there are two main areas that we can focus on. One is pulmonary detection, and the other one is collecting multi-parameters at home. So why pulmonary? If you think about it, for many, many years, the only way to detect pulmonary detections was the doctor, the stethoscope, and the patient at the same time, at least, and at the same place usually. We are offering a new approach. So again, when looking at pulmonary, one of the symptoms is CHF. And the numbers are phenomenal. So 20% of the people that were hospitalized would readmit within 30 days, and 50% within 6 months. The cost of any readmission would be around $70,000. And the standard of care for people that were hospitalized is basically asking them to weigh themselves on a daily basis. As readmission numbers show, it doesn't really work. So we're talking about a huge market of, just in the US, close to 1 million people, to be exact, 809,000, that could just go home with that device and perhaps prevent their next readmission. We're talking about a huge market, $35 billion market. So like any startup, you go and see what's out there, and we realized that there are not too many alternatives. There are two companies. One has an implantable, and the other is an RF-based vest that are targeted hospitals and have FDA approval. All others do not have any FDA approval and have just initial signs. So if you look at the home use and predictive capabilities, Donisi is basically in a very unique position. And again, looking at pulmonary and why pulmonary, A, because it's a situation which decreases over time, and B, we're able to identify it in a relatively early stage, whereas, as we've seen before, the current standard of care is able to identify it only a few days before decompensation, leading to rehospitalization. So looking again, what are the alternatives? So if we look at the meta-analysis done in the US, we see that in most cases, a general practitioner using a stethoscope would not be able to identify pulmonary congestion in almost half the cases. Our device is very, very unique in its capabilities, and we're able to identify. We have a specificity of 89% and a sensitivity of 83%. Putting us in a situation where we are at least as good as a general practitioner, bringing us to a point where we really feel that we're the only clinically validated contact-free device that can identify pulmonary congestion and other things. So a bit about the technology. So we're using a unique infrared light source, a very unique optic, our own AI, and basically we're agnostic to any clothing, lighting conditions, skin color, and physics. So this device is basically measuring nanometric movements, meaning we're able to measure the movement of what's happening within our chest. On top of that, we developed our own unique algorithms, so we are able to convert that into audio, basically making this device a very high definition stethoscope. So now we have, if you want the mechanical movement and the audio 100% synced in time, we're adding an ECG plate, one lead ECG, to allow us to bring the electrophysical, again, synced in time with the mechanical and the audio. So based on that unique technology, we're able to provide services, as you can see. So basically, this device would connect to a smartphone, which allow the operation. The data goes to the Amazon cloud, and from there distributed based on permissions to the different providers or caretakers. Those are the different parameters. As you can see, this is very unique for a one device. This is not a one-trick pony, and we have more parameters coming. And basically, what we're looking for is increasing our proposition and increasing our footprint here in the US. Those are some examples, and they show exactly the value we can bring. So in one glance, you can see everything that is happening. We can see the heart rate, the respiratory rate, if there are AFib symptoms, if there is pulmonary congestion, and in this specific example, what happens after the treatment. Of course, you have the operational and the personal reports and so on. So what is our strategy? Our go-to-market is B2B2C. We decided to focus on senior care, as our first target market, and moving forward from there to remote patient monitoring and then payers and insurers. We feel we bring significant value to each one of those segments, mainly around costs and allowing them to operate in a more effective way, in addition to the high visibility that we can provide. So it's thrilling to be part of a company that really can make an impact. We're looking for strategic partners, and we're very, very happy to get amazing feedbacks from our current clients. As you can see, providing feedback about the importance of the insights and the value they bring. Thank you very much.